I'm Shelley Appleton. Welcome to this video. This is how to build confidence and trust in people and horses. This is part 1. So if you've ever lost your confidence in the saddle or trust in a horse, you will quickly discover that there's no quick fix. In fact, if you're a coach or clinician, you'll know that trying to help people that have lost their confidence can actually be a struggle. You know what they need to do, you know how to help the horse, but you find yourself repeating the same advice, the same lesson, saying the same thing. So what I did is I asked 44 people who have identified as wanting to build confidence and trust with their horse some questions, and what they have to say will change the way you understand the issue. So whilst we can sit around and talk about the psychology of fear and trauma and confidence and trust, and we can get all very deep and meaningful about, plotting goals and all this type of things, what these insights do is they reveal the gaps in the practical things people can actually do, actively do, that may help tackle the issue. So I'm going to present 2 bits of the findings of the study that I conducted, and each little video I'll share some more. But I asked people to identify how they tended to develop trust for a horse, and this is what I found. So nearly 67% actually need trust to be built. So they tend to be cautious with a horse at first until they're able to identify the horse responds reliably in situations, okay? So they need trust to be built in small little doses, okay? There's a smaller percentage that trust up front and they don't trust the horse if something goes wrong. Okay, so this gives us some practical advice here. So a good thing to do is encourage people to do simple things with their horses within their comfort zone to begin with so they can start building that trust. Or if they lose their trust, go back to a comfort zone and start doing those simple things they're good at within a comfort zone to start putting some trust together. Allow them to get good, feel successful before you go encourage them, or if you're someone that has lost some confidence, before you go putting more pressure on yourself. A not good thing to do is to encourage people to do potentially reckless things or activities where they have not yet demonstrated they can do the simpler things reliably well. Okay, so if they're not coping in trot and they're stressing at trot, don't get them to canter. Okay, or if they're really fearful of like one end of the arena, or they're worried about jumping a small height, don't get them to do a bigger one. If they're not comfortable at home, don't encourage them to go to adult riding club. You got to let the trust build up, because without trust, all the hard things become even harder. Okay, the next insight I want to reveal is how people tend to trust themselves to handle a horse. Now, 61% said that they trust themselves to handle a horse if the horse is relaxed and not emotional, so nothing bad or challenging is happening whatsoever. Okay, so then we go that there is a smaller percentage, again, that just always feel incompetent. Like, that's just how they feel. They don't trust themselves. They feel incompetent. Then there's other people that also don't trust themselves because they're just focusing on the what ifs. So that basically means that 100% of people don't have any trust in themselves, or these people that suffer from confidence and trust issues, if anything goes wrong. Okay? So what does this teach us? That people need to learn skills of how to influence a horse's behavior and the way that it feels. They need some training skills, not just riding skills. Okay, they need to feel a sense of competence to be able to help their horse if it needs help. Okay, a not so good thing to do is encourage people to do things they're not yet competent at. Okay, so this just perpetuates their sense of incompetence. So don't set people up to fail, and don't set yourself up to fail, okay? Because I'm talking to both coaches and riders here. You've got to choose situations. If you go choosing situations that risk the horse being challenged, that's not going to help the horse or the person. You're just going to perpetuate the confidence and trust problems. Okay, so this series is to be continued. See part 2 for the next installment of this study.